is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto.
What would you consider in your life the greatest reward or prize you've ever received? I can remember when I was a child, around 6 or so years old, going out with a friend of mine to an archery contest and winning that contest. Now basically the reason I won it was because it was only he and I who showed up that day, and I was the only one who hit the target. But nevertheless, as I grew older, especially as a child, I still remember that trophy, and I even still have it in my possession, at least in a back room, a box somewhere, and I'm fairly proud of it. But as I went through life, I began to accomplish more and more things and become more and more proud of the things that I received. But you know, when you think about it, the things that we receive in this life are not nearly as great as the things that we can hope for in eternity. As a matter of fact, when you consider the words of James chapter 1 and verse 12, there the Bible reads as this: "Blessed is the man who endureth temptation, for when he is tried," watch this, "he should receive a crown of life, which the Lord has promised to them that love him." Now we consider that crown of life, if you will, which is equated to salvation, really, we have to understand that that prize or that reward is greater than anything we could ever receive physically. As a matter of fact, when you consider a little bit more than that, you consider what is said in Revelation chapter 2 and verse 10, at least the middle to latter part, that says this: "Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life." You consider what Timothy was told by Paul in 2 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 8. He spoke of that same crown of righteousness, he said, that was not given unto me only, but unto all them that love his appearing. And then Peter tells us that same crown, that crown of righteousness, which equates salvation, by the way, again, it is that which fadeth not away. You know, above all the physical things that I have in my possession, I've received many of them, one of which I received most recently. It's a medallion about this size, and I received it from my donor family. I'm a heart transplant recipient, and they gave that to me, and it's among my most prized possessions on earth, I suppose. But even above that, it's my hope and my prayer in my life that I'll one day receive that crown of life. Now, how can I do that? Simply by being obedient. But you know, when we consider this in light of our subject today, which is really not just receiving crown or receiving prize or reward, it's how do we do it as families? How do we focus our attention on our families so that we can do that all together? Friends, it's very simple. We open God's Word, we thumb through it, we study it, we meditate upon it, we dwell in it as much as we can, as much as possible. God has given us time to do it, and He's certainly given us the Word to do it in. And therefore we find great fortunes in faith. And that's my prayer for you today. Find your fortune in faith and then receive your crown of righteousness.